I will mention briefly Caroline Dubois last night versus Jessica Kamara for the WBC lightweight title. I hope I got that right. It is a WBC,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
XGB fighter, just smashing away through people. Give us your take on that fight last night.
Firstly, I need to say, it doesn't matter how much money Turk El Sheikh would offer me, I would not fight Caroline Dubois. Did you see what she was able to do to that lady in 2 rounds yesterday?
And to be fair, I'm not being rude, right? Jessica Kamara is not like some little journey woman.
No.
She's not.
World level.
Do you know what I'm saying?
World level. And it was the way that she just didn't hang about. It was straight to action, straight to work. Her boxing skill is phenomenal, and it's clear that she packs a real hard punch.
She always has to, even as a kid, it's fine.
It's scary. It's really scary. But that coupled with her class and IQ makes her a problem for anyone in the division. And I saw that she called out Terry Harper after her fight, and I don't know if that fight's going to get made. I don't think it will, but they need to stay clear of Caroline Dubois because she's a real problem. And I had the chance to see her actually do some sparring up in Sheffield. I think it might have been actually preparing for this fight, and she's just phenomenal. She's a phenomenal fighter, and you can just tell when she's in there, she's enjoying herself, and it always comes out.
And it shows. It shows in, once she's relaxed, she flows.
Yeah.
And one of the things she's always had, I mean, you talk about her packing a punch. Listen, as a kid, even if you took her on the pad, she was hitting harder than men, right? Or at least, like, so she used to train with the seniors at Islington. She would train with the seniors, right? And I'm not. So at one point, she was training with the juniors, right? And the coaches I never used to train the juniors. The coaches would say, They go, right, we're sparring, oh great, and they go, oh so and so, Tommy, you, get in with Caroline, and they're fainting.
I bet they'd be turning it down.
Literally, the colour
really
would drain out. So at first they're trying to hide it, the colour would drain out of their faces as if to go, oh please, I beg you. Yeah. And then as time went on, they were just literally like, please don't make me.
I don't blame them. Honestly. She's going to be a real star. We
knew that as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, literally as a kid. But what I did like last night, I think just you're seeing how much she's developing, like, the IQ. And this word is bandied about, but trust me, this kid's got IQ. The hand speed yesterday.
It's frightening. It's so scary.
She didn't even give her a time. Like Jessica's covered up and you think, right, okay.
And then before you know it, the girl's face is all swollen, cut here. Cut...
You know, that was a jab, wasn't it?
Honestly, she's on a different level. And, I mean, I think the opponent's coaches as well, they knew. I'm not sure if you got a chance to see, but in the corner, they were telling the girl, look, you got cut. You can't see. There. They were telling her, you can't see. Even if she could see, they were telling her, you can't see. You cannot see.
Yeah.
So that was a smart decision from their corner for sure. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to see that fight continue because it was only going one way, and it would have only been even worse for her opponent. Of course, she was unfortunate. I think it got ruled a draw.
So it was ruled a technical draw because it was under 4 rounds. But the thing is. Again, what usually happens when they go, you're cut also, is, go out there and try and put it on her.
But there was none of that.
That would have been the worst.
That was the worst.
That would have been the worst mistake, to run out there and try and put it on her. Because I am telling you, one of the things that I noticed is her timing. I mean, her timing's always been good, but her distance and her timing is so accurate now. Like, there was literally, you couldn't even put a piece of paper in between them shots. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was so good. The range control was impressive.
It was, wasn't it?
And do you know what? I think that gym drills that well with Shane McGuigan. I think he does that quite well. He's a very knowledgeable character, and obviously with his dad Barry McGuigan, they're very knowledgeable, stable, and they know what they're doing. Especially, it's kind of like with Adam Azim as well. He only makes you miss by the smallest of margins, and then they counter really quickly with that speed and that venom.
So gorgeous.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Speed kills, doesn't it? So.
And the venom.
And the swagger as well. And do you know what I really like about Caroline is that we're starting to get to know her a little bit more away from the ring, and she's expressing herself like when she's talking, and I'm enjoying that kind of phase of her career where she's talking more, she's getting involved with the fans, and I'm enjoying that kind of thing, and it comes out in her performance as well, and she's just stepping it up and leveling it up.
She has, I mean, obviously, seeing her develop into this, you know, lovely, beautiful young woman. Definitely. And the killer in the ring, it has been a joy to watch, to be fair. But like you say, her coming out of a shell a little bit more engaging, because she was shy, which people assume that if you, like, you know, you box or you're in the limelight, that you must be some sort of crazy narcissist. But
it's just come with time, hasn't it? She's just developing. And I think when she gets these mega fights, I think, I just hope that she can get them, though. That's the only thing. I just hope that they can be made.
You won't be able to avoid it. But so going back to the Terry Harper fight. So I've always been of the kind of opinion of, listen, they're talking about Beatrice Ferreira. They've been talking about that for about 2 years. I don't want to see that fight yet.
Okay.
I want to see their brand, both of them, because I like both of them. Yeah. And I think that fight is going to be phenomenal. I want to enjoy the journey.
You want to marinate a little.
I want to... Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Listen, no. I'm with you on that one.
Ring Magazine Awards.
I think that reaction says it all. That was special. Did you see where actually was it held? But I'm not sure where the venue was. But it was amazing. It was in London.
In London.
I know it was in London. It was a spectacle.
Was it not the Albert Hall? No, that wasn't the Albert Hall.
No, I don't think it wasn't. But it was amazing. It was stunning. It was something else. Like, it was the Oscars for boxing, wasn't it?
It literally was. Do you know what made me laugh about last night? Even some of the boxers were fanboying and girling over other boxers.
But that's the way it should be. We need events like this, like where everyone comes together, from past to the present boxers, all the best faces, you know. That's what you need. You need to appreciate what a great year the great year that it's been in boxing, and that's the only way that you can do it, when you get everyone together. And what a great atmosphere it was. I was watching it on my phone, and I could just tell everyone was having a great time. You know, there wasn't really any bad blood. You know, there was people in there that are boxing in a couple of weeks' time.
Exactly.
But everyone come together for the love of boxing, and the awards were great. The ceremony was great. It was run really, really well, and it was special. And for me as a young fighter, obviously I'm an amateur at the moment, but looking down the line, of course, I'm thinking I want to be a part of something like that.
Exactly.
Like, you want to go there and you want to be recognised for all of the hard work that you've done, and you want to be a part of these events. That's what it is. Boxing now, what Turki Al-Sheikh has done for boxing has been amazing. It's
been absolutely phenomenal, and I'm going to be honest, yes, that's why everyone's getting a little bit too greedy, because obviously there's so much scope now to be, not beyond these, obviously, Riyadh cards and whatever. We've been spoilt, so everyone's now a bit grabalicious. It's like, just come on, calm down.
I know.
So I just want to ask you very quickly, he's talked about, Turki Al-Sheikh has talked about making certain fights, right? So I think Canelo
versus Crawford.
Thoughts, quickly.
Amazing fight. I'm happy to see that Canelo's getting involved now, because if you remember, he wasn't too fond at the start, was he? But the money's too good. The money's too good.
But also, it was a little bit like, I'm in my... And to be fair, I'm in my own lane, and I'm doing me, and now he's like, the money's too good. Yeah.
And I respect that. But the thing is, that's what I like about Canelo, is because he needs to be a part of these events. We can't not have Canelo, you know, in and amongst it.
Okay, 2 of the pound-for-pound best boxers in the world, right?
Yeah.
You're talking Canelo, 66 maybe fights, I think.
Something, yeah.
Crawford, 40, I don't know, I think he's 41. Don't quote me on it. What are your thoughts very quickly on, obviously, Canelo boxes at super middle, although he's been up and down.
Yeah.
Crawford boxes at super welter.
Yeah.
Has been up and down. What are your thoughts about that kind of matchup? And people talk about, obviously, the weight thing.
Obviously, we don't know what weight it would be scheduled at. We don't know. But that is a fantasy matchup. It's a fight that I would certainly be interested in watching. And I'd get really excited about that one. Terence Crawford, for me, is a personal favourite. Going up against Mr. Canelo Alvarez is a task that I think, I don't know, it could be a little bit of a big ask for Terence Crawford, but...
In terms of...
In terms of the size. No, in terms of the size. Not the skill aspect for sure, because we know that Terence has the skill and he's got the dog in him.
Yeah.
Two characteristics that you would need to beat Canelo Alvarez, but in terms of the size, I'm not sure if it would play in his favour. And the only reason I'd go against Crawford would be because of the size, so I'd probably say Canelo for that one.
Crawford's normally a welterweight, and he has boxed once recently at super welter.
Yeah,
so
he's only just moved up. He's only just moved up and fought Madrimov.
That's it, and he'd have to go up 2 weight classes if he went to super middle, but we don't know where.
We don't know where it's going to go.
Exactly. So you're favouring Canelo for that?
I'd pick Canelo for that one, yeah.
Okay. Just in terms of the awards, were there any surprises last night?
Any surprises? No, I think that...
Round of the year?
Round of the year, round 9, wasn't it? Fury Usyk.
Yeah.
That definitely deserved to win that one. Usyk had a bit of a clean sweep the other night. He did,
didn't he?
He did. He won Fighter of the Year, didn't he? He won Round of the Year. He won Event of the Year.
Did he not win Fighter of the Year? No.
Yeah, Fighter of the Year.
Yeah, Fighter of the Year.
So yeah, he had a bit of a clean up.
Every time he sat down, he's like,
oh, but I'm up again. So yeah, what a phenomenal fighter Usyk is, and what a year he's had. And it's hard to go against him in any matchup. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't think he was going to beat Fury in the rematch. I just thought Fury was going to have his number this time around. But the way that man is able to adjust and adapt whilst being in the ring at the highest level, don't forget, is something else, and it's special.
It is special.
It's special. And for him to have been able to become undisputed in 2 different weight classes, cruiserweight and heavyweight, that just makes it even more phenomenal. You know,
when you sit down and really think about that,
he's great. That's greatness.
That is greatness.
That is greatness.
And listen, Fury is a British fighter, but we have to take a hat off and... Do you know what I mean? We have to recognise the greatness of Alexander.
You just
Usyk.
have to respect it, and you have to just say, do you know what? That is just levels. And you can really appreciate it, because do you know what that I love about Usyk is the way that he carries himself away from the ring.
So do I.
He's an ultimate professional and an ultimate champion, and I think that everyone should do and is currently looking up to him. And he's just such a modest guy. Like he's so chilled out, and he just loves it, doesn't he? He just loves it. He loves boxing. He loves his family. He trusts in God, and look where he is now. And
look where it's led him.
Yeah.
So one of the not controversies, but some people were kind of like, oh, we don't think that they didn't agree with the decision, which is basically. I think it was Young Prospect of the Year.
Oh, Moses Talma won that one.
Moses Talma, and I'm trying to think of that kid, Abdullah Mason.
Yeah. For me, I think Moses Talma... Oh, it's a tricky one. It could have gone either way. I'm not upset that Moses won it. I think Moses is a phenomenal talent, and he certainly deserves Prospect of the Year for sure. Abdullah Mason, again, deserves Prospect of the Year, so if it could have gone either way.
Do you know why I think so? Wasn't Abdullah Mason's knockdown in another category as well? So I think he was up for 2 categories. Right. I think I'm sure he was up for 2 categories.
Could have been Round of the Year.
Round of the Year, right? And to be fair, his round against
I can't remember the guy's name.
With the little
Now that
was
a special round where they both went down and it was just back and forth.
When he got back up, right? He got done. He got back up. His opponent comes forward and walks straight onto the shot, but there was no time.
There was no time. It happened like that. It happened in the click of her fingers. You know, it was insane. It was pure madness. It was pure.
But it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the skill level was insane. But for him to have the confidence, you know, to stand in the firing line after being dropped shows the level of fighter that he is, and it shows the mindset that he's got. You know, he's willing to take risks.
It wasn't just that though. Of course it's that, but it's the fact that he could get up and read that situation, time it.
Yeah.
It was second nature.
Yeah. It just comes so naturally for him.
Two more things. Right, so yeah, Moses. The reason why I think Moses probably gets it over Abdullah Mason, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His knockouts have been, of course, have been exciting. Abdullah Mason's have been exciting. But Abdullah Mason's been on the ground, whereas Moses Attalma has just been beaten. He hasn't hit the canvas. What do you think?
Moses Attalma is a problem for anyone. And what's scary is he's 19 years of age.
I still don't want to see him rush though.
I don't want to see him. It's so easy to get carried away. No. Look, we don't want to get carried away with him because, like you said, he's 19 years of age.
You were going to say baby then, but you thought, I better not in case he's no baby.
He's 19 years of age. And the skill that he possesses, coupled with the power, and he's a southpaw.
Oh,
he's on the road to greatness.
He really is.
But he needs to be matched correctly.
The only reason why I want him to take their time, do we think he can beat most people?
Yes.
Now, yes, we do.
Yes.
However,
but there's a process.
There's a process, and also I think I think that when you rush someone, you don't allow them to enjoy the journey and to learn from mistakes and, being able to, just tweak things. So I think you've got to give an athlete that time. And
the reason why I say I want them to match them correctly is because the heavyweight division is like no other division. Things can get bad very, very, very quickly. It can happen in all divisions, but the heavyweight division in particular, it only takes one shot and that's it. I agree. The fight's over. And not just the fight, that can be a career over because of the size that these guys are carrying. So for me, I want to see him matched correctly. I want to see him tested at the right times, and I want to see him develop. I want to see him go past. I want to see him go have a few rounds. I want to see someone. But he could be that. We don't know. He could be that good that no one can stand in his way.
But it makes me laugh when we all go, yeah, we'd like to see him tested a little bit. I don't think these people have got in thinking, I'll only last.
Well, that's the fun. He's that good, and he's making it look that easy. We're like, we want to see him go a few rounds, but maybe he's that good. Maybe he is that good that these guys just cannot stand to him.
Yeah. Grown men.
Grown men. And it's not like he's hitting them and they're getting back up. He's hitting them and then they're not... We saw what he done in his last fight against Dempsey McKean.
Oh, crazy.
When he hit him,
Dempsey
there was no saving
him.
Yeah, there was no saving him. And for me, I think it's his speed. I think that's what surprises these guys. It's his speed and he does something that's very rare in the heavyweight division, which is throwing in 3s, 4s in combinations. Before you know it, he's hit you with 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah.
And they've all got intent on them. So, Moses is a problem, and he's the next one in the division for sure for years to come. And can you imagine maybe like a Moses Attalma versus Daniel Dubois in a few years' time? Yeah. That's going to be a good fight. That's going to be really entertaining.
We really are. The
young kings are now coming through.
Yeah, definitely. So talking about royalty. So yesterday we had the Ringside Magazine Awards. Today we got the Royalty Awards. Give me your top KO of 2024.
For me, the top KO of 2024 has to be Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. In terms of KO, that KO was just something I've never seen before. I saw it and I had to look away. It was disgusting. That's the word of it. It was a disgusting KO. The technique of the shot was beautiful, and that wins it for me. That's the winner.
I actually thought you were going to say, when you said AJ, I started nodding. I thought you were going to say Dubois.
Oh, no. I couldn't go AJ Dubois. Now, he's already won that award in the Ring Magazine. Royalty Awards. We got to switch it up.
It's true. Prospect of the year.
Prospect of the year, I'm going to go for Abdullah Mason. Just on a personal level, I like Abdullah's style. Southpaw, nice hands nice and high, throwing in combinations. So I'm going to go for him, prospect of the year. But that could be Moses as well. But for me, I'm going to go Abdullah Mason.
Favourite fighter of all time?
Oh, of all time?
I know.
Favourite fighter of all time, I'm going to go Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. Silky, finesse, power, swagger, IQ, southpaw. He's got it all. He's got it all. Could box, could bang. Yeah, man, Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker.
Favourite amateur boxer of all time?
Guillermo Rigondeaux. An absolute master of his craft. Win and won everything. And his style, his ability to win and make it look so sexy is unmatched. Guillermo Rigondeaux, best amateur of all time for sure. Favourite.
Other than Team GB, who produces the best amateur boxers?
As of right now, I would have to say Uzbekistan. In the last Olympics, especially 2024, I think they don't quote me on this, but I think they had 10 gold medalists out of a possible maybe 12. They were so dominant, and they all possess such skill, and they're all really hungry. So I would say Uzbekistan is the strongest nation at this current time.
Beautiful. Listen, it has been an absolute, I always say this, but it's been an absolute pleasure. It's always a pleasure, but just seeing your journey from 2021 to now, I'm sure there's going to be like big things coming in the future. Have you got any competitions coming up?
Yeah, we've got plenty of things in the pipeline. I'm boxing in 3 weeks' time out in Spain for my first tournament of the year in the Boxam International Competition. I then get back for a week. I'm then going out to box in Bulgaria in the Strandra competition, which is one of the most well-known international tournaments there is on the amateur circuit. And then I'm going to come back from there, and towards the end of the end of March, we've got a tournament out in Brazil, which is the first World Boxing Tournament of the year as well. So a busy 2025 lined up. And then looking a little bit deeper into the year, we've got the World Championships, which are on home soil in Liverpool. So God willing, I can put myself into a position to get selected for those and really make a mark on the amateur game and take it by storm.